Hi, I chose to do my second career profile on a marriage and family substance abuse counselor. I've done some work in the field there and I think I'd really like to continue that. One of the example organizations that I found that I liked, it was one called Marriage and Family Therapy out of Kansas. And I was impressed with the facilities that they had set up and the information they had on the internet. I decided to look up a couple of the local ones and was pleased to find one that I had spent some time working at, and it's called Progressive Behavior Systems for Families. And so that one, they had a really nice system set up on the internet to check out theirs. There was also a James Family Health Services that was in our area, and I was impressed with the web page that they had formed as well. The working environment, it's pretty self-explanatory. You would want your office to be clean and neat. You'd want it to have facilities that would be inviting to all members, all ages, all members of the family. So you'd want some toys for the children. You'd want a room that was more conducive to what teenagers would be comfortable in, as well as couples or individuals, male or female. You'd want your staff to be able to be approachable and friendly and to understand the importance of confidentiality. And you would want them to be compassionate. Because of the confidentiality, you would want to be careful where you chose the location of your office, so that people didn't feel like they were being watched coming and going through the center, and that would help them to be more open and to help get their issues resolved. The types of stressors that would be prevalent would be probably the one that I can think of the most is having patience to deal with someone else's issues. They're all emotional issues, and they vary in situation from smaller abuses to great abuse of different kinds, post-traumatic stress, clients who have fidelity issues, going through divorces, legal battles, custodies, and of course the different substance abuse situations all bring a high level of stress through the doors, and the workers need to be able to balance that. I learned from watching one of the websites that one of the doctors of one of the therapy clinics said that therapists needs to be able to clean up their own backyard before they start trying to help others with theirs. And what he meant by that was to be effective in helping lead others to resolving their problems and their differences, and to make changes in their life, is to make sure that our life is in balance, and therefore we can be the leader and an example for them. I think that in a couple other high stress situations that I've noticed is being able to meet program mandates that are handed down to the centers, as well as meeting licensure needs, and sometimes those can be stressful. Benefits that can be found, health benefits and financial, that would kind of depend on the size of the program that you choose. If you go into a program in a hospital or a care facility, maybe the schools, then yes, or even a governmental agency, then yes, there would be benefits. Depending on the situation, if you wanted to work independently and went to a smaller agency, you would have to find out different alternatives for health benefits. At the master's level, I learned that malpractice insurance is most likely a necessity, and so that was something you would need to figure into your budgeting. Common job tasks that you would run across, you'd need to be organized. You would need to be able to facilitate educational classes and materials. You would need to be able to do computer data entry information, possibly grant writing, or at least have someone within your staff that could do that. You would need management and leadership skills. You'd need a little bit of financial background, be able to take care of the finances. Problem-solving techniques would be extremely important, as well as great listening and communication skills. It would be vital in your community, especially a smaller community, to be able to network, to have referrals, to go back and forth and work together with other places in the community, and to have resources available so that you can point people in the direction they need to go. Conflict resolution would be really important to have. There would be lots of paperwork and report writing, and client evaluations, and even paperwork that need to go back and forth to the judges sometimes. So you'd need to be able to work through that kind of paperwork as well. Educational requirements for a family substance abuse counselor would be you would need a master's in behavioral and mental fields, and with crossovers in the substance abuse and family foundational degrees. Interning at treatment centers and fulfilling 2 years of supervised clinical requirements for licensure would be expected for those. Starting salary in this range in 2013 was about $18 an hour, which was approximately $38,600 on the beginning salary, and after 5 or 6 years, that salary could range between $48,800 to $60,000, depending on the city and the area that you work in and the field that you work in. And the miscellaneous information that I found, it was interesting to me to note that there's a new law that passed, and it was called the Affordable Care Act, and it mandates that insurance providers now cover treatment for mental health issues. And that is big, because that hasn't always been the case. And so according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, what that means is that the growth rate of projected services that are needed are going to rise about 31% in the next decade, they feel like. And what that translates to is about 28,200 more counselors are going to be needed in these fields in order to cover the needs of the populations as they begin to use their the insurance, the mental health care insurance that they need. And so there appears to be a wide range of opportunity there to set up a practice and to work in that field. A lot of my information came from U.S. News and World Report and from Careers and Money degrees. Thank you.